Hey guys, what's going on? Mike the Caveman Q here again from Paleo Problem Long Island, MikeTheCaveman.com. And today's question is, should you and your kids get vaccinated? Oh boy, this can be a fun one. Now, this question started up based on a conversation I had with my good friends Sarah and Kale. You might have seen me post some stuff from Sarah before. She's an absolute genius. You can find her over on Primal Fusion, and she's absolutely incredible. But the answer is, well, it's up to you. Now, that might seem a little crazy. Let's be very clear. I am not inherently anti-vax. There is a purpose for vaccinations. They've been able to eliminate things like polio and whooping cough and things that our grandparents and older had to deal with. However, this is probably the point where I'll have to bring back out the tinfoil hat, so hold on. Now, there's much commotion and conversation about whether or not vaccines cause autism. Let's be clear. Vaccines are not causing autism. However, we've talked about allostatic load before, the amount of stress your body can handle before it becomes a problem. When we're talking about vaccines, we're talking about an abnormal transmission method of both a viral load and a toxic heavy metal load. Now, thimerosal that's included in it is not the same as getting an injection of mercury. It does break down and you lose some of that. But how often does mercury have a direct route into your bloodstream? How often do viruses have a direct route into your bloodstream? That's not a normal transmission method for microbes, viruses, or heavy metals. If we're talking about historical perspective, when would that happen? Well, maybe Khal Drogo slashed you with a sword. Well, congratulations. Now you got some heavy metal and some bacteria, potentially some viruses. That's the only time that you have had that kind of exposure. What was the end result? Well, you got infected, you got sepsis, and you probably died. So the difference is that vaccines do not provide enough of a stress to kill you outright. They don't cross the allostatic threshold. However, they do cause your body to mount an abnormal immune response. What's the end result? More often than not, we have an autoimmune presentation, particularly in those who have won the genetic lotto, and that's something that their blueprint is susceptible to. So it's not that vaccines are inherently a problem. It's not that thimerosal is inherently a problem. It's that you have a template to be susceptible to immune dysregulation. You have an autoimmune predisposition. You then introduce both a viral and a heavy metal load in an abnormal fashion directly into the bloodstream, a way the body is not adapted properly to handle. And what's going to happen? You end up getting that autoimmune presentation. Why is it that as we eliminate all these epidemic diseases through vaccines, and we increase the number of vaccines kids are getting these days, and increase the need for flu vaccines every year, all of a sudden everybody starts presenting with autoimmune conditions? There's no way the two could be linked, right? No, of course not. That's just crazy talk. But biggest takeaways, and at this point, whoop, we can get rid of that. We're not talking about not getting vaccinated. We're talking about being more thoughtful, more intelligent in our choices of those vaccines. We shouldn't necessarily be getting all of them at once. We should also be mindful of the method of delivery. Going through the skin directly into the bloodstream is not a normal transmission method. We don't have the mechanisms to handle that. Where would be a better bet? Well, where do bacteria and viruses normally get into the system? Through the GI tract or through the lungs? Through a mucosal layer? Through our innate immune system? So, a better method would be to put those vaccines into a spore delivery system. We've talked about the spores a whole bunch. If you want more information on that, be sure to check out this video over here. What that will allow is for the vaccine to travel undisturbed until it gets to the gastrointestinal tract, where your gut microbiota can handle it and mount a proper immune response. Otherwise, when it goes through the bloodstream, you end up with immune dysregulation and you end up with autoimmune. If you want some more information on immune dysregulation, check out the video over here. Now, like we said, those who are susceptible to autoimmune conditions, those who are unable to cope with the stress of both the virus and the thimerosal, the heavy metal, they cross their allostatic load. So if you want some more information though on that, be sure to check out this video over here. But the long and the short of it is, do not vaccinate because the guy on Natural News said don't do it. But conversely, don't just vaccinate because your doctor said to as well. Do your own research. Do your own homework. Understand there are risks on both ends. Personally, I will not be participating until those spore vectored vaccines are available. At that point, I will reconsider and potentially get vaccines. That's the biggest takeaway for today. Use your own mind. I know I'm the guy that's normally yelling at the camera telling you what you should do. In this case, it's up to you. Don't listen to either end just because that's what they say. Find your route, okay? Hopefully that helped you out, guys. You know what to do. Like and subscribe down below. Share it with your friends. Head over to Instagram and Twitter and follow me at Mike the Caveman. Over on Facebook at Paleo Problem Island. And of course, over on MikeTheCaveman.com. That being said, have a wonderful rest of your day. Make informed decisions on your vaccines. I'll see you tomorrow.